You know, we're constantly surrounded by this invisible world, a world of hidden forces and rhythms that shape everything from the music we love to the giant skyscrapers we work in. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover the surprisingly simple physics behind it all.
So let's just jump right in with a question for you. What on earth could a tiny, vibrating guitar string possibly have in common with a massive skyscraper swaying in the wind? I mean, they seem like complete opposites, right? But believe it or not, they are secretly playing by the exact same set of rules.
And that secret, of course, is vibration. They both have to obey its fundamental laws. And to really get a handle on those laws, we don't need some fancy laboratory. Nope, all we need is a swing set. Seriously, that simple back and forth motion you remember from childhood, that is the key to understanding this entire hidden world. Yeah, that feeling of swinging, of going back and forth, that is a perfect real-world example of mechanical vibration. And if we can just break that down, we'll be able to understand systems that are way, way more complex. So what is mechanical vibration officially? Well, it's just a fancy way of saying something is moving back and forth over and over again around its middle point. Think about the swing. That central position is the very bottom, where you'd hang perfectly still. Every single push, every sway, that's a vibration. Simple as. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting. It turns out that every single vibrating system, and I mean everyone, from a swing set to a suspension bridge, is like a little play starring the exact same three characters. So let's meet the cast. First up, we've got our main star, the mass. This is basically the thing that's moving. On our swing set, the mass is you and the seat you're on. And its whole job, its entire purpose in this play, is to store the energy of motion. We call that kinetic energy. The faster you're moving, the more of it you have. Now, for our purposes, we just think of the mass as one solid object. Its only goal is to carry that motion energy. And what's cool is that its energy just comes down to two things: how much it weighs and how fast it's going. That's it. All right, our second character is the spring. Now hold on, don't just picture a metal coil. In the world of physics, a spring is anything that's elastic. It's any part of the system that stores up energy when it's pushed or pulled and then uses that energy to snap back to the middle. With the swing, the spring is actually gravity, which is always trying to pull you back down to that lowest point. This is why a diving board is also considered a spring. Its job is to store what we call potential energy. The more you bend it away from its flat resting position, the more energy it holds, just waiting to release and launch you into the air. And that brings us to our third and final character, the damper. You can think of the damper as the party pooper of the group. Its only job is to slow things down. It resists motion and gets rid of energy, usually by turning it into a tiny bit of heat. You know when you stop pumping your legs on a swing and you slowly grind to a halt? You can thank the damper for that. The damper does its job using friction. It could be the air pushing against you as you swing, or it could be the friction in the hinges at the top of the swing set. It creates a damping force that literally pulls energy out of the system. Without a damper, things they'd just keep vibrating forever. So let's do a quick recap of our cast. We have the mass, which stores the energy of motion. We have the spring, which stores potential energy and always wants to pull everything back to the center. And then we have the damper, which steps in to slow things down by getting rid of energy. It's this constant dance between these three that creates every vibration you've ever seen or felt. Now, here's where it gets really beautiful. These three characters, they're not just improvising. They are all following a single, precise script, a mathematical equation that describes their every move. That's right. The force from the moving mass, the pulling force from the spring, and that resistance from the damper, they all have to balance each other out perfectly. And their entire relationship can be summed up in one powerful little formula. And there it is. Now, I know what you're thinking. A bunch of letters and symbols. It looks intimidating. But I promise you, this is just our three characters written down in the language of math. Let's translate it right now. Okay, let's break it down. See the M? That's our mass. The C? That's our damper. And the K? That's our spring. All this equation is saying is that the force from the mass, plus the force from the damper, plus the force from the spring, all add up to 0. It's just the whole story of our little play written in a single line. Now, because they follow this script, we can uncover something truly amazing about any vibrating system, its own unique, built-in rhythm. This is called its natural frequency.
So what is natural frequency? It's simply the speed at which something wants to vibrate all by itself. If you give a swing a single push and let it go, the rate it swings at is its natural frequency. If you tap a wine glass and listen to it ring, that sound is its natural frequency. It's like every object has its own favorite beat.
So how do we figure out what that beat is? Well, the math all boils down to that one surprisingly simple formula at the end. And here's the absolute coolest part. Look what's in it. A system's natural rhythm is decided by only two things: its springiness, the K, and its mass, the M. That's it, nothing else.
So now that we've met the three players and we understand their natural rhythm, we can start to see them everywhere. I mean, they are all around us, all the time. Think about your car. The big coils are the springs that absorb bumps, but it's the shock absorbers that act as the damper to stop you from bouncing down the road forever. A diving board, like we said, is a classic spring. And even in your own body, your heartbeat, your breathing, these are all forms of natural rhythmic oscillations.
And this all leads us to one final, absolutely critical idea: resonance. Resonance is what happens when some outside force starts pushing on a system at exactly its natural frequency, just like pushing a swing at the perfect moment every single time. The energy just builds and builds and builds, and the vibrations can grow to become enormous, sometimes even dangerously so. So this magic rhythm, this natural frequency, it's a real double-edged sword. It's how an opera singer can shatter a wine glass with their voice, but it's also how engineers have to design bridges to make sure the wind doesn't break them apart. So the next time you feel a vibration, remember the three players doing their dance. And maybe ask yourself, what unseen